break. Okay, first of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Go ahead, please. Okay, nothing heard. I have one quick announcement here. I see we have a new repeater on the system here tonight, and I just want to acknowledge that. It is VE1CFR, Victor Echo 1, Charlie Foxtrot Romeo, and it is out of Kensington, PEI. So welcome aboard, and thanks for taking part in the Maritime Fusion Net tonight. And the frequency for everybody is 147315, 147315. I don't have any more information on that, but welcome to the CQ Maritime Room. Okay, anybody else with any announcements? Okay, nothing heard. So first of all, we're going to call in any short-time stations, space stations that can't stay around for the net, any short-time or mobile stations, short-time or mobile stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra, VE1JS. Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9AI.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time on the first call-up for short-time stations. I got VY2GF, VE1JS, and VE9AI. And just for everybody's information tonight, I'm going through my node tonight. I usually go through the repeater, but I'm actually going through my personal node tonight. So if there's any problems hearing me or anything like that, let me know, because I don't usually use the node very often when I'm in net control, but I thought I'd give it a try there tonight. So, saying that, any other short-time or mobile stations, short-time or mobile stations, go ahead, please. Nothing here. Let's go to the top of the list. Very good evening, George. VY2GF, VE1JBL.
Well, good morning. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, today was, shall we say, uneventful. I just confirmed that a couple of my geocaches are in order, and I'm just finishing off the Canadian Century Club award process. Frank and Kevin helped me out with that, so hopefully we'll pass muster with RAC. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good evening, and we'll certainly look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, very good, George. Good on everything there and the award there, so congratulations on that, and hopefully you'll get that sooner than later for sure there, so very good. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, let's go down and see John, VE1JS, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Hey everyone, JBL on the net, VE1JS. Good evening, Jim. I'm in Sandy Cove. I'm not in PEI. Hi. Very nice day here today in Sandy Cove. Got out and did a little bit of parks on the air. Had some fun and just generally enjoyed myself and the good weather. Temperature got up to about 21, 22, somewhere in there. Very, very nice. Anyway, thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. 7-3 to all. V1JBL on the net, V1JS.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good on everything there, and as I think this is the first time we've spoken since Smart, so thanks very much for taking part in that. There it was good to chat with you there. And saying that, I ordered new vertical antenna and magnetic mount for POTA, actually, is what I ordered it for. So I have a new 20-meter vertical whip coming in with a magnetic mount, and I'm going to use that for POTA this summer here. And actually, it showed up today, but we were in town, so they needed a signature, so I got to go into town and pick that up here now. But that's my new antenna this summer for POTA operations there, so I'll pick that up very soon. And of course, with the taking part of Smart, I got free shipping on it there. So, and I've heard from quite a few amateurs that took advantage of the Smart ship and had a lot of purchases and saved a lot of shipping charges. So I'm glad it all worked out for everybody this year. Anyways, thanks, John, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Fredericton. See Gary, VE9AI, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, net control, VE9AI. Good evening, Jim. Everybody else on frequency. Warm day here. It's 30 here last I looked. Air conditioners are taking a beating today, so... Anyway, it was kind of cloudy at first, but it turned out hot. So I got to run out and try to finish a few more things outside before dark. So nothing new other than that here, I guess. So it's getting awful dry, though. We haven't had any rain for quite a while, so very good. Back to net control, VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Yeah, I did hear that was nice and warm up in different areas, New Brunswick there today, and even different areas down in southern Nova Scotia. I think Keswick-Fuji Canal, I think they're up for 29 or something like that. We were pretty cool here, I thought. I think the temperature got up to 24, but it wasn't until late this afternoon here. We were overcast all day, and my hands were cool all day there. And but I think it's warmer now than it was most of the day there, so the sun finally come out here. But anyways. So, very good, good Gary, good on everything. Thanks very much for checking in, and have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that was our round for check-ins that couldn't stick around and mobile stations. So let's start our first round here of the Maritime Fusion Net. So let's go to PEI first. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that like to check in Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Juliet Charlie.
Okay, I got Joe so far, VY2JC. Anybody else from Prince Edward Island? Anybody else from PEI? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha India Charlie, V1AIC.
And hi, Ron. I got you in there, too. VE1AIC. VY2JC, VE1JBL. Good evening, Joe. And I was over on your island there last week there. We took a music concert in at Summerside there. So I had a great time there on Saturday night. We were over in Summerside there taking the concert in. But very good evening. Come on in.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Hi to you, hi to Ron there, and just come in. Excuse me. Just come in there a few minutes ago and turned the radio up here. And I usually have it on, but scanning there, and but turned down all the time pretty much. And anyway, we're just operating on the Moncton repeater here with a Diamond. I think it's a Diamond 510. And I have the antenna on a telescopic tower, and it's cranked right down there. We had some, yesterday morning, real intense lightning going right over the house here. I said, I hope I'm not going to get hit again. So I put the towers right down, cranked them both right down, right close to the ground, and unhooked everything. just to make sure. Anyway, nothing happened, but well, there's lots happening, but it didn't hit me. Anyway, that was good. Anyway, yeah, I hear a lot of good stuff about your smarts, and Fortunately, the Saturday before, you'll probably heard me tell the story, but the Saturday before I broke down, and the boss wanted me to take the load on Saturday, so they got it fixed that week, and then the next week, next Saturday was, of course, May the 4th be with you, and I couldn't go. Anyway, I hope that's not gonna happen again, but anyway, it is what it is, Jim, I guess. Anyway, great that you had a great time there, and thanks for doing all that you do there, for sure. And we'll give her back to you there. Thanks for calling me in here. I should have a radio in the camper here now pretty soon, and I'll be able to check into the net more often, and I'll get my HF going there as well. We're at camp most of the time. I'm going to go over tomorrow on the Harley, I guess. Anyway, microphone back to you, Jim. Thanks again there. All the best. I'll say hi to Wendy. And I'll talk to you later. Victor Yankee to Juliet Charlie. Western end of the mud flap. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there, and yeah, no problem at all. Or yeah, haven't heard you on the radio there for quite a while, though I haven't been on very much here the last 2 or 3 weeks. There, I've been doing a lot of work out in the yard there, cutting and splitting and getting everything ready for next winter there. So I haven't been around the radio too much here, but anyways, yeah, good at the camp. I was wondering when you're going to get down to the camp there, and I haven't heard anything about your other property you bought there. On the River Phillip there, so maybe we'll have to get together sometime and see if you're doing anything down there. But I know you're back at the camp there on the mainland there, so very good. Okay, very good, Joe. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there, 7-3 Pinnell. And let's send it over to Ron, VE1AIC, VE1JVL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and all the net. Just looking at the WiresX application on my PC here, and noticed some strange things. Some of the stuff, but it's sort of like looking up your own name and number in the phone book. Make sure it's spelled properly. People should check their node or repeater listing in the WiresX directory. Make sure the information is correct. I see a number of nodes that don't have any frequency listed, and unfortunately, the default for WiresX software is to hide it. Why you'd want to hide what frequency you're using is very strange for ham radio, but if you go to File, Transceiver in the WiresX menu, there's a little button that says Hide Frequency. Unfortunately, that is turned on by default, so just uncheck that, and then the frequency you're using is actually displayed. The rack band plan list has a number of segments of 2 meters and 70 centimeters that are set aside for digital use, and that's where your node should be if it's transmitting RF. Pick a frequency that falls within the rack band plan, not repeater frequency unless you're actually using repeater, because the frequencies are assigned for repeaters. And most people have followed conventions on use of the names and numbers, and looking pretty good, but there's some strange stuff there. There's 2 repeaters in Brunswick that report to be repeaters, or they show repeaters. They have no frequency. They're in the same town, different call signs. I'm not sure what's going on there. And there are some strange-looking nodes that come every once in a while, but fortunately somebody tells them a little bit of information on how to set them up and get things straightened away. So I only see 1 or 2 that could use some attention, but anyway, check your listing in the WiresX directory there. Make sure that everything is accurate and complete. V1AIC.
Okay, very good there, Ron. Good at everything there. Yeah, I had to go in and then check that myself. You think that would be, you think that would have been a default unchecked, and then of course when everybody got on here, the frequency would show up there, but they have it just the opposite way. So for to actually see your number, you actually go in and then check that, or check it, one or the other. But anyways, yeah, good on everything, Ron, and thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight, and 7-3 for now. Okay, well, that's the first round of PEI, so let's go into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in Maritime Fusion at first round. Stations from Nova Scotia. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha.
DE1 GUI.
Victor Echo 1, Papa Sierra, VE1 PS.
Victor Echo 1, Oscar Romeo.
Okay, we got 4 that time. We have VE1CA, VE1GUI, VE1PS, and VE1OR. Any other stations from Nova Scotia? So I'd like to check in Maritime Fusion at first round from Nova Scotia. Go ahead, please. Okay, it may be a slow night tonight, of course, with the better weather coming. Everybody's outside and nobody wants to play radio anymore, so... and I don't blame everybody. Robert, VE1CA, VE1JBL. Very good evening. Come on in.
V1JBL, VE1CA. Well, good evening to you, Jim, and all those on there this evening. What a nice day out there. I don't have my weather station sitting here in front of me, but it was definitely a really nice day. And well, my both my lawnmowers had quit on me, and I just picked up a second-hand one from a friend today. And actually, the girlfriend was out and got most of it all done there today. So that was nice because it was starting to look like a hayfield there. Anyway, that's sounding great, and we're just listening along here in the shack. Hope you and everybody have a great evening. 7-3 VE1JBL, VE1CA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good on everything there, and the lawnmowers. Yeah, I got my lawnmower up and running. It seems I think I have a slow leak on my ride-on because I've noticed now twice in the last little while that the tire's been flat in the back. So I think I do have a small leak in there. I'll have to keep an eye on that there because every time it goes flat, it comes off the rim. So then I have to take the wheel completely off and put a rope around the tire and squeeze it so I can actually get the air back into it there. So I don't like doing that very often. So, anyways, but that's what's going on here. But we're getting it done for sure. Anyways, very good, Robert. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go all the way down to the bottom of Nova Scotia to Clam Harbour. Clam Bay, Clam Harbour, somewhere is down there. Joe, VE1GUI, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1GUI. Golf Uniform Yankee. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everyone here on the Fusion Wednesday night net. Yeah, everything's going pretty good. Wall-to-wall sunshine all day, nice and warm. We headed up to 18 degrees, of course. That's good for us. And a lot of downtowns and all that stuff. And inland is a lot warmer than we have here. But I'm satisfied with that, so everything's good. I could go out with a short sleeve shirt on, so that makes it good. Other than that, everything's good here. I got a little job to do. I'm going to do that before, well, right after this. After I get off the net, I guess I got to do it. So, anyway, thanks for calling me in, Jim. Enjoy what's left of the evening. V1GUI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything. Yeah, there was different areas that had real heat there today. Like you say, Ketchiwakuchik, I think, was up to 29. And even up in Edmonton, I think it was up around 28 or 29 there. So there was different areas that had the real heat there today. So, anyways, thanks, Joe, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Down to Halifax, see Peter, VE1PS, VE1JBL.
V1 JBL group, V1 PS, yeah, beautiful day here. I think the highest I saw on the outside air temperature in the truck was about 22, but no complaints at all. Of course, it did get a little warmer in the truck until when you hop back in it after being in somewhere. Jim, I was going to bring a couple of fusion-related things up here, and maybe we could get it copied over as a reminder into the Maritime Amateur, but one of my biggest frustrations with Fusion is that people don't give enough pause during a QSO to let anybody else join in. And it's frustrating to the point that I've thought about writing to Fusion and suggesting maybe they put some sort of a tone or a break button that could be hit to remind other people that they want to get in. So I was chatting with a guy out of Delaware, that's where it was, on the weekend, and he reminded me that a 3-second pause between transmissions would be good during a QSO to let anybody else get in, or at least bump their PTT so their ID comes up on the others' radios. And I'll break first. And the other thing I was going to suggest, Jim, is we should start figuring out and practicing how to use the file transfer and the texting functions that are available on Yaesu here. It could come in quite handy with EMO and so on, and it would be a nice alternative if we needed something other than packet. So with that, Jim, back to you. V1 JBL, V1 PS.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Good and everything there. Yeah, there's always a little flaw there. Everybody jumps in there, and you don't get a chance to get in there and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, it's I guess a learning experience for everybody to remember that. But anyways, yeah, the file transfer stuff. Yeah, I've never tried any of that stuff there, Peter. You ever get that up and running or figure it out there? Let me know. It'd be interesting to see how that operates there for sure. But anyways, very good, Peter. Thanks very much. Thanks for the information there and the tidbits there. And yeah, that's a good thing though for everybody to try and give a little space in there between transmissions there, see if anybody else is around there for sure. Thanks, Peter, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening down there, and 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go to my neighbor here and see how Steve's doing, how he's making out with the solar panel project. VE1OR, VE1 JBL. Yeah, VE1OR, VE1 JBL. Maybe he's on the phone. VE1OR. Go ahead, Steve. You're there. He may have got a landline there. So, anyways, we'll move on. I'll come back to Steve thereafter. And that was our last from Nova Scotia. So let's go into New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion at first round. Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, VE9 PAL.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 OSK.
VE1 Tango United, VE1 Teal. VE9 FW, VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey.
Okay, that was a fine group and well spaced apart and everything. And I'll tell you who I have here so far. I have VE1OR, VE9GC, VE9PAL, VE9CUB, VE9OSK, VE1 Tango United, and VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey. Who did I miss from the province of New Brunswick? Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Good. Jim, VE1 Oscar Lima.
I got you that time, Aubrey. I have you at the bottom of the list there. Okay, let's go to the top of the list, and let's go into Irishtown, I think we're at here. Gordon, VE9GC, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL with the Wednesday Night Fusion Net, VE9GC. Well, technically I'm in Notre Dame, although if my house was a kilometer down the road, or maybe, about a kilometer down the road, I'd be in Irishtown. So there you go. Close enough for Canada and certainly good enough for government work. What a beautiful day this one turned out to be. It's cooling down a bit here now. We're down to 25 degrees, but we were up at 28.7. Not quite as hot as we got yesterday. We were over 30 degrees, almost 31 degrees yesterday. But certainly a beautiful day. Had a nice time there at the clubhouse this morning, chatting with some of the boys, and got back and did some work around the yard. And when the weather cleared a little bit, we had a bit of rain there for a short period. And anyway, all in all, a grand day, and looking forward to getting some more work done outside tomorrow, weather permitting. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Jim. Thanks for calling me in, and I hope everybody has a great end to the week, and I look forward to checking in next Wednesday night. So that, sir, we'll turn it back to you, VE1JBL, VE9GC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Yeah, thanks for coming in there tonight. There, yeah, I was trying to. I knew it wasn't Irishtown. I knew you were close, but I forgot about the Notre Dame. So there you go. But anyways, I will call in your neighbor, and I know he's in Irishtown. So let's call in VE9PAL, VE1JBL.
Yeah, VE1JBL, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Jim? And Gordon there, my neighbor down the street. Yeah, and Oscar, they're coming up. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Still 24 here in Irishtown. Got some wood there stacked into the shed. I only got the big stuff left. I'll have to haul out the old wood splitter after there, maybe tomorrow sometime. Supposed to be nice, and split the rest of that, throw that in the shed, and I'll be done for this year. Might order a skid or two of Eco Bricks, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, no traffic here. You guys all have a great week. V9PAL.
Okay, very good, Paul. Good and everything there in the wood. Yeah, I'm actually in the exact same shape as you are. I finished my hardwood last week. I had it all cut, and I took the splitter out and split it all up, and I piled it all. So all my hardwood is now done for the year. But I have a bunch of softwood here that I actually cut yesterday, and I was going to finish it today, but I just didn't feel like it there. So, but I do have a bunch of it out in the yard, and I think I'm going to get the splitter out tomorrow and cut that all up, and I use that for kindling more than anything else, Paul. But we'll get all that softwood split tomorrow, and I'll get that piled, and I'll be in the same boat as you. I'll be done, and then I can enjoy the rest of the summer there. So we'll get to work at that tomorrow. Anyways, thanks, Paul, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's stay in the mountain there and go see Dawn, VE9CUB, VE1JBL.
Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie, Uniform Bravo here on my handheld. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody here on the net. Gord and Paul there, my neighbors, and yeah, my neighbors, and so yeah, no real traffic, just a simple bean for your bucket, and with that, I'll give it back to you, Jim. Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Jim, for doing the net, and 73 to all.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good and everything there. You're sounding good. The audio is great on the portable there, so very good. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9OSK, VE1JBL. Good evening, Oscar, and how is the boat? I assume you have it in the water by now there. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim. No, it's not in the water yet. Still by my house, but I'm doing all the finishing touch there. I had to do some work on the mast, and I'm putting in a new furrower, so I'm getting all that done, and a few little other things should be in by the end next week, hopefully. I think it looks good for that there. But besides that, the weather's really holding on. It's really good weather. Probably be cooler next week. It's not a problem, though. Thanks for doing that, and thanks for calling me in. And 7-3 to all from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo India.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Good on everything there, and good on getting the boat ready to get in the water there. Yeah, there's another friend of mine there down in. Actually, he's in Bedford, Tom. And he's getting his boat ready to get in the water there, and they had to put the mast up the other day, and he's already got the antennas and everything up there, the cable run and everything. So the radio part of his job is already done there, and he's itching to get in the water there. So I haven't talked to him the last few days here. I'll see how he's making out there. Anyways, very good, Oscar. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE1 Tango United, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, this is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening out to all on the net. Say hello to Aubrey there, coming up right behind me, or quite close anyway. Didn't do much this morning. Takes most of the morning for me to wake up and to get going. But this afternoon I had a dental appointment. By the time I get my clothes changed and ready to go, and the appointment takes up most of the afternoon. Hot day here in Fredericton. I think it's about 32 out on the deck. We didn't go out there, just that's too hot. Just too hot to go out. So anyway, we got the day in without having time to go out anyway. I guess that's it, Jim. So back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dennis. Good on everything there, and glad everything worked out for you there. And the temperature, yeah, that's a good temperature there. So if we didn't get that warm here today there, but there was different areas that got up there close to that 30 mark, that's for sure. So, anyways, very good. Thanks, Dennis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, now this is a new one for me, so I will welcome him to the Maritime Fusion Net. And it's Dwayne, by looks of the call sign database here, VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey, VE1 JBL, and the name here is Jim, and we're located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Very good evening, Dwayne. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9 FW. Yeah, brand new ham. Took the course this winter with Al Penny on the online course. And was sent for a little holiday and stopped at the radio outlet and picked up this new Yaesu 500 mobile unit. Currently just rolling between Amherst and Spring Hill on my way to Dartmouth with a load of steel for tomorrow 7 a.m. delivery. Been a beautiful day. Come out of St. John, hauled some loads there, and then got this load of steel for down. And I was just scrolling through the radio here and happened to find you guys. So it was real good to hear this radio work, and hope to do it again. 7-3 to all.
VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Dwayne. Good at everything there, and good on the trucking. And you'll find probably about 3 other hams here that are truckers on here, and they're on the Fusion here. So you'll catch up with them down the log there for sure. And welcome again. First of all, welcome to Amateur Radio, and glad you made it. Got your license, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion room here. Just a reminder that all the time here, Dwayne, there's several repeaters hooked up all through the Maritimes in this room. So all 3 maritime provinces are connected throughout the 24/7 here in this room here. So good to have you on board. Thanks very much. And this is on every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So good to have you on board. Hopefully you can make it again there. And safe travels the rest of the way for the evening there. So 7-3 for now. Okay, last but not least, we'll call in Aubrey up in Quispamsis, VE10L, VE1JBL. And how's Daisy tonight there, Aubrey? And I forgot about the budgie too. I'm Peter. I'm not sure what the name is on the bird there, but come on in.
VE1JBL and that's VE1OL. Peter. Budgie's name is Peter. Hi, Jim, and everybody on the net. And, hello to Dwayne there, or JW, I forget now, but they got a great signal. And besides this net, which is on every Wednesday at 7 o'clock on CQ Maritimes, there's another one on Friday night on CQ Maritimes at 8 o'clock called the Fredericton Net, but it's really a maritime thing. Anyway, Jim, Daisy's just great. Enjoying the weather. I've had a light jacket on today because it hasn't been that hot here, so I guess those people that are sweltering in Fredericton can come down here and enjoy the nice weather. Beautiful day. And being at the bottom of the list here turned out very well because I had time to go down and stairs and call into the Maritime Net. So I made it through there and then back upstairs in time to be heard. And hi to Dennis there, VE1TU. So I guess that's about it from it. From here, Jim, everything's great, and nice to hear you doing the net. So good night, everybody. Back to you, Jim, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good. Very good at everything there. Glad Daisy and Peter and everybody's doing well there. So very good. And thanks very much for checking in with us tonight there. And 7-3 for now. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list here. Before I start round 2, I want to see if Steve's back in there. VE1OR, VE1JBL. You back in there, Steve? Nope, not hearing him there, and I know he's out quite a while. He's out in the yard a lot there, and he may have the portable. Maybe it died on him or something there, but I'll call him in there maybe on the second round here. Okay, so with that, we're at the bottom of the list here, and that was the first round of all the maritime provinces here. So what we'll do now is we'll take one round from outside the Maritimes, and I think France is in here somewhere. If I look through the thing here, oh, yeah, I see him there. So any stations from outside the Maritimes, anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 6, a Foxtrot Papa, a VA6 FP.
Okay, I do have Francis in there, VA6FP. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes? I would like to check into the net. Stations from outside the Maritimes. Go ahead, please. Nothing heard? Francis, you're all by yourself there. Come on in and give us a transmission there. And I was just looking at the weather here a little while ago, and you guys are back in the single digits there today there. So VA6FP, VE1JBL. Go ahead.
V1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP in Wainwright, Alberta. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Great to hear some familiar voices. Yes, we're finally getting some precipitation. I've never been so glad to see rain in all my life, but it seems now we can't get the tap turned off, but that's okay. We'll take some more of it. They still have quite a few fires burning, but the worst are coming under control, which is a good thing. Not a bad day here overall today. Currently 13 degrees Celsius. We had a few scattered showers. Expecting more showers again tomorrow, which is a good thing. And then it's supposed to be sunshine from Friday onward. And some mostly double digits. And in fact, by early next week, we're looking at 24 and possibly 29. So I guess there is hope that summer is not that far off. Hi. Got the lawns cut this morning. I got my own lawn cut, and I went over and did my son's yard as well, since him and his family are visiting relatives back in New Brunswick. They're going to be coming home on Friday, so I wanted to make sure that his yard looked pretty good. Maybe I can get a good supper out of it. I'm hoping that they might bring back some of those crustaceans there, if you know what I mean. It is lobster season in northeastern New Brunswick, and I'm kind of hoping that they'll bring back a feast for the old man. No other traffic from us, Jim. Wishing everyone a really great week ahead. 7-3 all around, and thanks for letting us check in. VE1 JBL, this is a VA6FP.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Good and everything there, and yeah, good on the rain there. I've been following the news and the weather out there, and they are getting lots of rain here. So hopefully that's going to help get all those fires under control. That's for sure. And good on the crustaceans. Well, hopefully you have a good feed there. That's for sure. Anyways, thanks, Francis, for coming in. Sure do appreciate it there. And have yourself a great week out there, and we'll get you next week on the Maritime Fusion at 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done the first round of outside and inside the Maritime, so let's go to the second round. So let's start with Prince Edward Island. Any stations that we missed from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion at second round? Go ahead, please. Stations from Prince Edward Island. Anybody want to check in from PEI second round of Maritime Fusion? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. Let's move back into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion at second round. Stations from Nova Scotia. Go ahead, please.
VE1, Juliet, Papa Delta. Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Papa Delta. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Sierra Mike.
Okay, we got two stations there so far. I got VE1 JPD and VE1 FSM. Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Bravo X-ray. VE1, Alpha Bravo X-ray.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-ray, VE1 FOX.
Okay, I got Curtis in there, VE1 FOX, and I got the guy in there, VE1 AVX. Any other stations? Any other stations from Nova Scotia?
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November, VE1WIN, trying for a third time.
Okay, and I got Peter in there, VE1WIN. Okay, let's go to the top of the list here, and Justin, VE1JPD, VE1JBL. Very good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE1 JPD. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all those tuning in this evening. Oh, just here in the den watching TV. The wife and the girls just got back from soccer, so that's what all that's going on here this evening. 7-3 is VE1 JBL, VE1 JPD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Justin. Good at everything there, and good from getting the girls home from the soccer. Yeah, I hear them in the background there, so hopefully they won. But anyways, thanks, Justin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Let's go into Emerson C. Frank, VE1FSM, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody else on net. And yeah, now that I got my supper, I've been listening along there right along, and said I couldn't pull myself away from the deer chops and the fiddleheads with some mushrooms and onions. It's a pretty good meal. Anyway, Jim, no real traffic, just more or less popping in to give you another mark for the book. And after I'm done this, I might even run down and see if we can do the check-in for Winley. Anyway, we'll turn it back to you. VE1JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Good and everything there. Yeah, I've already done my WinLink check-in there, so that's done for the day there. And good on everything else there. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. And let's go see Guy, VE1AVX, VE1JBL. We got a new ham on here tonight, Guy. Victor Echo 9 Foxtrot Whiskey, Dwayne. And he's in New Brunswick there, but he's a trucker driving. I think he's heading down to Halifax there right at the moment here with some steel or whatever there. And I had mentioned that there was 2 or 3 other truckers on here using the Fusion. Although I know you are recently retired, but anyways, I just wanted to pass that information along to you there. So very good evening. VE1AVX, VE1JBL.
Well, good evening, Jim. 7-3s. Oh, yeah, I heard that Jim just was a little bit late getting into the net here, and I did catch Dwayne going on there to Halifax. Congratulations on the new ticket there, Dwayne. You'll enjoy it. As Jim mentioned, I am recently retired. I did 41 years, I think it was. Last time I looked, anyway. But yeah, no, it's been a real rewarding career for me. Anyway, on to my day, Jim. I was getting ready here to put up the second part of my tower here, and it just looked off. So I thought I'd stand it up here. I got a section of about 15 feet to go up there, Jim. Anyways, I stood up before I got too carried away, and she had a little warp to the left. So I turned it around, and then I had a warp to the right. And I thought, well, that ain't no good. So I ended up taking things apart. And so that ain't going to work for me. So we are still messing around with this repeater. It should have been up and running by now. But anyway, nonetheless, it's still still a project in the works. Let me see, cut grass and started up the garden here today, Jim. So we're kind of looking forward to that, and having the missus do her thing. And she's got the green thumb, of course. I got the sore back, but anyway, we'll shoot it back to you, Jim. 7-3's all. VE1 Alpha Bravo X-ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, guy. Good on the tower there. Yeah, turn it to one way and turn it the other. You're going to have that warp in it, that's for sure. So it's a work in progress, but you got a lot of time to do it now, guy. Now you're retired there, you can you can get right out of there. Yeah, and good on the mowing the lawn. I've mowed ours the other day. There was the first time for that one. And yes, matter of fact, we were in town today, and I had to pick up a whole bunch of mud and stuff for the wife there for the garden. There, she was with me, and we filled out the back of the truck with a whole bunch of stuff there today. There, so she's in seventh heaven there now, and she's got their garden growing well out there already there. So, anyways, looks like it's going to be a good year for that. So very good, and very good on everything else there, Guy. Yeah, and Dwayne, his call sign was VE9 Whiskey. No, Foxtrot Whiskey, VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey. So if you hear him in there, he's probably on the road there. So very good. Anyways, thanks, Guy, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3 for now. And let's go down to Zeke Curtis, VE1FOX, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all the other operators on this evening, and we welcome VE9 Foxtrot Whiskey there, Dwayne, and to the radio world. So there we go, another operator, that's for sure. Well, it's great to hear new ones comes in there. Lot leaves us, and a few come back in, so there we go. Anyway, beautiful day here in 3 Mile Plains today, Jim. 28 degrees. Right now she's holding at 25 degrees, so it's still 25 degrees out there. Very little breeze. We have getting a little bit there now this evening, but this afternoon just did eat. I couldn't even breathe. Trying to mow grass and whippersnip, it just was unreal. Black flies were picking you up and moving you over when you wasn't finished in one spot, and, well, there you go. You know the rest of the story. Anyway, thanks for calling me in, Jim. I figured I'd wait late, and I have no problem getting in then, so there we go. With that, take care. Again, thanks for calling me in, and you have a great evening and a great rest of the week. So, VE1... JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Jim, back to you. Have a great evening.
VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Curtis. Good on everything there. And, yeah, thanks very much for coming in there as usual. And have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, last but not least, Peter, VE1WIN. Are you still in the hospital, or are you home there now, Pete? VE1WIN, VE1JBL.
Hi, good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. No, I'm home. I've been home for a couple weeks. I've been at the hospital 3 weeks tomorrow, so. And I'm heading up to the college on Saturday night, about 6 o'clock, or a little after 6, we're heading up to the college for overnight. The girlfriend and the kids want to go to the beach on Sunday. It'll be a nice day on Sunday, I think. So, with that, Jim, I'll turn it back to you. Nothing else other than that. 7-3, have a great evening.
Yeah, okay, we're good, Peter. Good at everything there. And, yeah, well, I hope you're feeling better there for sure there. So, I know you're having a tough time there with that. But, anyways, 7-3, have yourself a great evening. Okay, so that is the second round of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, so let's go into New Brunswick. Second round, province of New Brunswick. Stations I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, November Alpha. VE9 NA.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango, V9 JCT.
Okay, I got 3 stations so far from New Brunswick there. I'll tell you who I have here. VE9 VE8, VE9 November Alpha, and VE9 JCT. Who did I miss? Anybody else from the province of New Brunswick? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard, top of the list. Let's go way up the trackety and see Vern. VE9, VEA, VE1 JBL. It's been a while, Vern. Come on in.
VE1 JBL. Wednesday night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, we tried a couple times to get in, Jim, but it just got stepped on or something, so we went to a phone call we had to make, and then we come back to that. We were waiting for our chance again. Anyhow, Jim, I just want to come in. A big, fantastic congratulations goes out to the big guy, VE1ABX, on his retirement. Congratulations, guy. You certainly earned it, that's for sure. Hope all goes well for you. The only thing I got to add here, Guy, Jim kind of lied to you there a while back when you were talking about, I think, tower work. He said you had lots of time to do it. No. You don't have lots of time to do it. Get it done as quick as you can because you haven't seen the honeydew list yet. So you don't know when that was started and how long it is. So get busy on that tower work and get that done in a hurry before the honeydew list comes out. And the other thing, Guy, you haven't retired. You've just taken on a new boss. So there you go. Oh, enjoy it, Guy. You earned it. Outside of that, Jim, nice net you got run as usual and enjoying it immensely. Of course, enjoy Fusion and the Fusion Nets immensely. So we go from there. Oh, all I can say is a big 73 to all. Everybody have a good evening, a great wake-up call tomorrow. 73 to all, 80 to ladies. Special good evening to the scanner listeners. Oh, yeah, congratulations, a big congratulations goes out to VE9 Fox Whiskey, Dwayne. Congratulations and welcome, Dwayne. You're certainly welcome to the world of ham radio. They're not all wacky like me, but you'll get used to it. So, okay, that's enough. Now, congratulations, Dwayne. Outside of that, that's about enough out of me. Thanks for doing that, Jim, one more time. Thanks for calling me in one more time. Putting up with my foolishness one more time. So, 7-3 everybody. 7-3 Jim. Bye-bye.
The VE9, VEA, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Vern. Good at everything there. And, yeah, that's actually that's right. Now that he's retired, he's going to be doing a lot more work there now. So that's how it works out, that's for sure. Anyways, Dwayne, thanks very much, Vern. Thanks for coming in there. And have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Nelson up in Bucktush there. VE9NA, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everyone on the net. Good evening to Vern and Jean-Claude and everybody else that were on the net tonight. I heard quite a few. Well, it's been quite dry here. I heard Francis talking about the weather there. It was he was happy that it was raining. Well, I would be happy if it was raining here too. It's quite dry. New Brunswick is all in red. Yeah, and did plant some potatoes, but I don't think they'll do anything because it's so dry. And anyway, hopefully the weatherman was saying we're supposed to have rain tonight, but I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for doing the net, Jim, and call me in. And we'll turn it back to you from VE9NA.
Okay, very good, Nelson. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight there. Sure do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. And 7-3 for now. Okay, last but not least, let's go into Shediac and see Jean-Claude, VE9JCT, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all on it. Yeah, hi to Nelson and that big guy up in Tragedy. Hi. And the whole crew, yeah. I missed the first part of the net, but then I came down the shack, and then I saw your email, so there you go. Here I am, yeah. And, not much going on, yeah. Retirement, well, it's been 7 or 8 years for me. And let me see now. Yeah, it'll be 9 years. Oh, my gosh. I don't have a clue when I had the time to do all that stuff when I was working, but anyway, yeah, it seems to me there's always something to do, always, yeah. Especially at this time of year, before summer officially comes in, and yeah, all kinds of stuff to do around the house. So I want to get rid of that and that list, and then I'll be able to relax. I know 873 all around from Shediac. I'll turn it back to Net Control, Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango.
The VE9JCT, VE1JB. Okay, very good, Jean-Claude, good and everything. Yeah, it's been 14 years for me. 14 years since I've retired there, so... But you're right. I don't know how we did it back then, because I find it just as hard now as it was when I was working there. So, anyways, very good and everything. Thanks very much for taking part in that there tonight there, Jean-Claude, and have yourself a great evening up in Shediac there, 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed 2 rounds of the Maritime Fusion Net. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to open up for anybody anywheres. So inside or outside the Maritimes. Anybody that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead, please.
VE1, Kilo Echo Victor Mobile.
Victor Echo 1, Bravo Tango Charlie.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-Ray, V1 ZX.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE1 KEV, VE1 BTC, and VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Anybody else, inside or outside the Maritimes, that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Charlie Mobile, VE1 RCC Mobile.
Yes. Delta Echo Sierra.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Charlie Mobile, VE1 RCC Mobile.
Okay, I got 2 more stations that time. I got VE1 RCC Mobile, VE1 DES, and Rob, I'll take you first. You're kind of broken up there, but I'll take you first here. VE1 RCC Mobile, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
V1 JBL in RCC Mobile. Yes, sir. It shouldn't be broken up. My goodness, I'm in a supposedly in good location here. I'm just by the airport here in Yarmouth, heading back home. All the good stuff there. I'm all over the South Shore here lately, and just had dinner there, or supper, I should say, with the YL there. So heading back, visit Mom there for watching some reality TV. So that's what we're up to, and all that. Retirement, I can do it in another year, but I don't think they want me to retire. The trades are so little of us, and especially the oil burner trade, there's even less of us. So you can make the bucks. So anyway, I just may stay on there. Anyway, thanks for letting me in. Everyone have a good one there. VE1 RCC Mobile here in Yarmouth.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rob. Yeah, your transmission was fine that time. It was just when you checked in there was a little hit and miss there, but your transmission was fine that time, so no problem. And yeah, good on the work and the oil burning business. Yeah, there's probably not much out there coming up there, so I guess you could hold out for the big bucks there for sure there. So, anyways, good on that. Thanks, Rob, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go to the other mobile station, VE1KV, VE1JBL.
Hi, Jimmy. Good evening there, everyone. JBL for the Fusion Net V1KEV mobile. Just in the McDonald's drive-thru, getting a couple of those Grimace milkshakes for the girls. And sure was a beautiful day, that's for sure, and a nice evening. 18 degrees here on the dashboard, and that's it for here. Thanks for calling in. We'll just say good evening to you and Wendy, and good evening to all on the net there tonight. 7-3, V1JBL, V1KEV mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Good on everything. Good on the milkshakes for the girls there. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a milkshake at McDonald's. I'm going to say it's at least 10 years, if not more, since I've had a milkshake at McDonald's there. So, yeah, I'll try that one of these times this summer here. I always sneak into the Dairy Queen once in a while. You get a milkshake. But it's been a long time since I've had one from McDonald's there, so very good and everything. Okay, very good, Kevin. Thanks very much for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Brendan, VE1BTC, VE1JBL, and you're always bouncing back and forth between the call signs there. Go ahead, Brendan.
V1JBL, V1BTC. Well, I confuse myself sometimes there, Jim. I had two call signs now for over a year, and I'm just, sitting here scratching my head wondering, geez, which one will I use today? I was going to use VA1 Lima Whiskey, but then I realized that a radio was programmed for BTC, so I was thinking, I better not do that. Better use what my radio was programmed for. Anyway, not really too much else going on here tonight, so we'll turn her back over to you. VE1JBL, VE1BTC, 7-3, Jim, and say hello to Wendy for me there.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brendan. Good on everything there. Yeah, and you wouldn't be the first fellow who has checked in using the wrong call sign on with the show showing up on Fusion here. I've had that happen before. So yeah, people get in there. It might be their mobile instead of their base rig or something like that, and they jump in their car and driving down the road. But they have a different call sign on the radio in the car. But using the regular call sign, and then it catches up with them there. So, yeah, you wouldn't be the first one to have the wrong call sign there, for sure there. But anyways, thanks very much, Brendan, for coming in. Have yourself a great 1873 for now. Let's go down to Two Islands and see Brad, VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 JBL, and I assume it was another beautiful day down there in Parsbro there. Go ahead.
V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Jim. And yes, it was a nice day down here, but I spent some of it in Spring Hill here. I had a dental appointment this morning, so I spent some of it up there, and I got no more dentist. He's not coming up there anymore. Lost him altogether. I'm going to have to either go to Amherst or Pearl. The dentists don't want to come to small towns anymore. Hi. So, there you go. Thanks, Jim, for checking me in. Have a great evening there. Say hi to Wendy for me. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-Ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Good at everything there, the weather and the dentist. Yeah, that's another loss there for Spring Hill there. So, yeah, very good. Okay, good on everything there. Yeah, you'll have to find a new one someplace, and you'll have to track one down there. At least you can find a dentist. You can't find a doctor, but you can find a dentist. I guess that's half the battle. Anyways, thanks, Brad, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, Dawn, VE1DES, VE1JBL. I heard you in there. Come on in.
V1JBL, V1DES. Hi, Jim. Yeah, legalized pirates is what they are. You think all the money they make, you get a chauffeur-driven limousine and go right to your house. They do charge more than what's reasonable, I think. But when you have the pain, it feels something nice to have one close. Jim, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked V1 Charlie Tango. Have you ever heard Steve N1CDN around for a while?
VE1DES, VE1JBL. I haven't heard him on, Don, but his note is still on here. I'm looking at it right now, N1CDN. His note is still on and in the room here, so it is still active there, over.
Okay, very good. I was just curious as to what happened and haven't heard him for quite a bit. Good. As long as he's still active. All right, Jim, thank you. V1CDN, VE1DES.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Yeah, I haven't heard him. I haven't heard him on the air for a while there, but the note is still on here, so all is good. He just may be busy down there this time of year, but anyways, very good, Don. Thanks very much for checking in there tonight, and have yourself a good one there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're at the bottom of the list here. It is 12 minutes past 8, so any other late check-ins inside or outside the Maritimes? I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Hotel Alpha Papa, mobile.
Victor 9, Charlie Lima, mobile.
Okay, I got two mobile stations that time, VE1HAP and VE9CEL. Happy, come on in. VE1HAP, VE1JBL, come on in.
VE1JBL and the Fusion Net, VE1HAP mobile. Evening, Jim, and all on board. Just finished a round of golf and on my way home. And just late checker for the net, but here we are checking in and making another statistic. So that's about it. We'll say 7-3s for now and catch you later on. VE1JBL, VE1HAP mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good. Happy, good and everything there, and coming through the air with repeater there. So good stuff there. And hopefully you had a good time on the course there today, and everything went well. So thanks very much for taking part. And thanks for coming in there tonight. There, 7-3 for now. And let's go up to Charles. I'd say you're up around the Cocan area there. VE9CEL, VE1JBL.
V1JBL, V9. Oh yeah, no, we just had a work event in Moncton, so I'm on the repeater, the Moncton repeater right now, and heading back home. So it's late night for us, but we're almost home actually. In 5 minutes we'll be there, and think after that. Anyway, nothing else to report. Just wanted to check in. So 73 to everybody, and I'll talk to you later. V1JBL, V9CL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Charles. Good and everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight, and safe drive on the way home there for sure. So 7-3. Okay, any other late check-ins before we close the net? Any other late check-ins for the Maritime Fusion Net for May the 22nd? And believe it or not, I guess I'll be doing the net again next week because we have 5 Wednesdays in May. So I'll actually be doing the net again next Wednesday night there. So saying all that, any other late check-ins inside or outside the Maritimes for the net? Go ahead, please.
Hello, VE1JBL, VE1JBL, this is JA1WLQ, Juliet Alpha 1 Whiskey Lima Quebec, JA1 W4 Whiskey L4 Lima Q4 Quebec, JA1WLQ,
Masa from Tokyo, Japan. May I check in, please?
Yeah, very good evening. Well, good morning, Masa, over there in Tokyo. Good to have you on board there. And come on in and give us a transmission there. JA1WLQ from Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. And how's things over in the big city there today? How's the weather?
VE1 JBL, VE1 JBL, Jim-san. This is JA1WLQ, Masa from Tokyo, Japan. Thank you very much for picking him up, and very happy to meet you again. Yeah, it's a little bit quite a long time since we had QSO last time. It is now 8:16 a.m. 8:16 a.m. on Thursday morning, May 23rd. May 23rd, and yes, today it is fine, and but the rainy season will be upon us very soon. From the end of the May to end of the June, we'll have the rainy season soon, and it rains and rains more and more. But anyway, but it is not, it is not a drought, but it's, what do you say, persistent raining? Something like that. Well, it is great to hear you, and I want to say good evening to you and everyone in this room. And I am quite fine, and not so much. Not so much is going on, and it's quiet. But more and more overseas tourists are coming to Japan because the U.S. dollar and maybe Canadian dollar linked with the U.S. dollar is very much, pretty much appreciated against Japanese yen. Therefore, every tourist, overseas tourist says everything in Japan has a very good price, including food and transportation and authentic Japanese food. Like tempura, sukiyaki, and maybe ramen. Then everyone, every overseas tourist is enjoying. That is the information. Thank you very much, Jim-san, for taking my check-in. I return my microphone back to net control. VE1 JBL, Jim-san, this is J1WLQ. Over to you.
JA1WLQ from Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Okay, very good, Masa. Good on everything there, and yeah, good on the prices. I'm glad the yen's doing well there. And besides the good prices on the food and other things, I hope you got good prices on radios over there. I mean, let's face it, that's where all our ICOMs and Yaesus come from there. So maybe get some good prices on radios over there too. So very good, good on everything, Masa. Good to hear you on there. Hope you have a good day over there. So take care. And yeah, spring is still spring here, Masa, but the temperatures are all over the place here today. There was parts of the Maritimes that were in the low teens, and parts of the Maritimes were up in the 30s. So there you go. There's the temperatures were all over the place there today. But spring has sprung, and we're having fun here. Of course, all the bugs and mosquitoes and black flies and all that are all part of it now too. But anyways, that's all part of spring here. Anyways, thanks for checking in, Masa, and have yourself a good day over there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, it's 20 minutes past 8 here. 12 hours behind Masa. But anyways, any other late check-ins? Any other late check-ins for the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Rodney, VY2CGA, VE1JVL, and I think you may have some information on this new repeater that's hooked up here, up in Kensington here, and I should have taken a radio over with me on Saturday, Rodney. We went to Summerside and seen the Styx concert at the arena over there, and I guess that new repeater is in the Kensington area, which is not too far from there, so I should have brought a radio, but we had just had too much on the go there. So very good evening. Come on in and give a transmission.
Well, very good evening there, Jim. Yes, yeah, it's in test mode at my QTH. It's got the address Kensington because that's the address of my call sign. Its final destination will be at the VE1 CFR site in Summerside. So once we get the testing done, and then I can get the internet at the site, we'll go from there. If not, we'll see if we can somehow feed it there RF-wise. So, but no, it's just work in progress. We're setting up Fusion here. We got D-Star running, Fusion, of course, FM. So we'll see what happens. So, well, we wish everyone a great evening. We'll pass back to net control. So Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo, JVL. This is Victor Yankee 2, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rodney. Good on everything there, and yeah, well, I'm glad to see it's up and running there, and keep me updated there on the final site or everything like that. I could actually put a little bit of information out there about it there too. So, anyways, glad to have you on board there tonight. Glad to have the new repeater. So hopefully it all goes well there. So 7-3, and thanks very much for checking in there tonight. Okay, with that, what we're going to do is we'll make this the last call. It is 22 minutes past the hour, so this is going to be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for May the 22nd. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. If you want to get in there, this is it. Last call. Go ahead, please. And with that silence, I would say we're going to close the net here at 8:23. And I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in there tonight. We've got 34 check-ins there tonight. So that's pretty good for a nice evening like tonight there. So that's pretty well standard for our nets here around the mid-30s there. So very good. And, of course, we also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check into. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie, .ca, and click on Club Activities and then Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JVL, Jim Oat here in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Signing off, and good night all, and have yourself a great week there. 7-3 for now.